Hello Libra, welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. But first, we're going to pull a card, and we're just going to kind of see, of course, yes. Oh yes, we have that very Chariot energy. Work, 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 right? Getting down to it. So we have the Chariot energy, very kind of a Cancer energy, that crab, that kind of going into shell and just really locking in. That's what the Chariot always says to me. I think of the sound of it, like the wheels of the Chariot rolling down like a cobbled stone, a road or racetrack or whatever, and just that like barreling energy coming down the way, going down the pathways, and really enacting this energy of let's get this done, right? Not tomorrow, not the day after, we're doing it now. So that's not a bad thing. I'm glad to start with that energy. Let's go ahead. We're going to turn the cup. Okay. And now if you're new to tea leaf reading, welcome. It is such a interesting and old art form. Divination is something that has been around probably as long as people have been communing with one another. And so I feel really, really blessed to be able to do this every day. So let's get started. We have the number 65. I mean, look at that. It is so clear right up here. 65. Now we do have a repeating 6 over here. So 6 seems to be that. That was hard to say. 6 seems to be something very potent right now in your life, Libra. So when you see those 6s, pay attention, okay? Because it really is calling out to you. But we also have the number 65. If that has some deeper meaning to you and you want to share it, put it in the comments. I also wanted to say, again, I am so honored to do this reading, to commune with your energy. If you want to support the channel in any little way, hit that subscribe button. That really does help with the subscriber count. Well, yeah. If you want to share the video with anybody you know, maybe check out your other signs, leave a comment, the usual things. Yeah, I don't know. The algorithm's strange. The readings, I don't know. I sometimes wonder if I should be doing general readings anymore. I really take a lot of pleasure and connectedness doing one-on-one stuff. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But back to you. Back to your reading. We have this interesting, I almost feel like it's a heart. It looks like a heart. It also almost looks like a globe. It looks like a heart on a platter right here. Look, like a little plate, you see? And kind of on an axis right there. And we have a person who is standing right here. Here's the head. Here's the upper body, the legs, and the feet, holding their arm up. And to me, it looks like they're holding some kind of cutting device, a butchery device. Okay, so it feels like a heart that is being just torn apart in ways. Like somebody has not been careful with you. It doesn't feel like this is the most devastating thing in the world. Let me just start with that, right? I don't think it's like this is your one and it's just absolutely collapsing. No. But I do feel like it's somebody that you wanted to trust, that you wanted to build a deeper connection with. You wanted to, maybe possibly have in your life for more than a season or two. But they've shown you, and they continue to show you, that even though you have been open and vulnerable, which, by the way, congratulations doing that. And I don't mean that in like some flippant way. No, I mean like you are a rarity. You are a rare being out here, putting yourself out there, trying to know people, letting your heart be available to anybody. You know what I mean? So congratulations to you, because you are courageous. And we need more of that, I think. But unfortunately, sometimes, right, when we allow ourselves to open the gates, to let the world in a little bit, sometimes we end up with somebody who is careless, who is not a thoughtful person. It might even be malicious. I don't think so in this case, but I do feel like it just, there's not a lot of respect. And that's the big thing, that underlying thing for me here. This is a person that is not respecting your needs, your, maybe it is looking at this heart with almost feels like a globe. Maybe it is your beliefs, your spirituality, your worldview. Now, I don't think that it is anybody's job to reinforce these things for each other, or, do we have to bend ourselves to kind of satiate other people's need, right, to share about these things, and we just, kind of go along with what they're saying and just and honor their position over our own, to bend to somebody else's louder voice, or more aggressive voice. I don't think that that's the way either, right? But I feel like you you've just hit this point where you've really tried to be open and honoring of others, right? You've tried to be respectful. You've tried to disengage completely, but still energy is not met. And I feel like there's, it feels very disrespectful. And I don't think respect is the only thing. And we shouldn't, sit in our ego too much about this idea of respect. But it really is a sense of, if we are living a life, and I really feel this energy from you, it feels kindred, that we do not go out of our way to harm things or others, or impede their life or will, or, just stomp all over somebody to get what we want, right? So when people that operate in that way enter our lives, it feels very, it's a heartbreaking thing. Right? It feels brutal, confronting. So I do feel that you've been going through this kind of, I don't know, even maybe kind of a remorse. And I mean remorse because I think that you might really lament the fact that you let this person in, that you might really feel poorly that like, how could I have gotten close or allowed this to happen again, or, didn't see the side of them as glaringly as maybe other people had warned me, or, we put on those rose-colored glasses with people that we love, that we care for, that, we have an energetic mingling with. And so you can't beat yourself up about these things. It happens to the best of us, really. You would think somebody like myself who reads people for a living would be really good at seeing like, oh, there's something coming down the line with this one. Not always. Not always, because sometimes I do. I choose to ignore it because it feels better to not have to face that. And that's, that's my own perception of it. Okay, so we have a person sitting. You can see like a little chair, like the back of a chair, leg out. Here's the head. Kind of sitting and watching. It looks like we have maybe boats in the water, maybe at the beach. I see we have this kind of almost spooky looking, like a skull or some kind of wraith or something. We have the eyes and the nose and kind of a very haunting feeling going on here. To me, it feels a lot like dipping into nostalgia or, deep sentimentality about the old things, the old times. I feel like this is where you go when things start to get rough, right? You start to go back into your memories, go back into kind of the daydreams, your happy place, right? We all have those like certain thoughts or those certain scenarios or, kind of interior refuge that we've built over time, right? Be it a mantra or you're visualizing or you're in a memory and you're thinking about, your mom cooking and hugging you in the kitchen or, something like that. I see this being a place that you go to often lately. But I think there's almost a sense of feeling more and more disconnected from the now. And that makes sense. I mean, my goodness, the world is very scary right now. Or it feels more so than usual, at least for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just projecting on people, but I feel for the last 6 months, it has been ramping up, and I keep thinking, no, it's going to chill. It's going to settle down. Like I'm going to, just, it'll be fine. Things are just, it's just the news. It's just, this or that. And I don't think so. I think that shift that we've been talking about that has been occurring, in different pivotal moments and over time and, just our consciousness as a collective shifting. But now, right now, I don't know what it is about the things that are aligned and overlapping, but it feels like something is really happening. I mean, I can't ignore it. It really, I've been trying all the ways, keeping myself distracted, going hermit, locking in, but there's something. Okay, so, and here's the thing, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so there's all of this stuff happening, right? And still, by the way, I don't know if it's like just the algorithms we're each in. I don't know. That's the part that's like really gets to me, because I don't necessarily talk to a lot of people who are outside of, my work or the greater work, right? And we're not necessarily talking about the greater world a lot, right? And so I can't tell. I just can't tell. I don't know. But it's so weird. I have to just say this. Have you guys experienced that, like, in different areas of even like the country that you're in, that there are different news stories that are really pushed? And I don't just mean local. Like, I have family everywhere. I have friends in different places and stuff, like we all do. But like, I've heard, at different times through just talking about things, that like what I am seeing as news, not just my algorithm, like on like more local regional news stuff, but like they're pushing mainstream stories that aren't the same as other places. Like, they might not even have heard the story at all in some places. So I'm just interested if it seems logical that might happen, right? Just depending on algorithms and, what people are interested in. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know that is all to say. I have no idea what is going on. So anyhow, all of that we're up against like just complete who knows, right? And so yeah, it makes sense that we would be in our memories, in our safe places, in the places that make us feel something, right? But we can't linger in there too long. I mean, you probably could forever, maybe, I don't know, but we shouldn't anyways. I have a sneaking suspicion that this is an important time for a lot of us to be exercising the now, right? Getting into ourselves, getting into our bodies, being more acutely aware, okay? Noticing what's going on around you, not just on the phone or the screen or whatever. What's actually happening in the physical world around you. I think it's so important right now. So I feel like, and it's not like combating this, right? But it is tempering it, evening things out a little bit. You're good at that, Libra. That's what you are made for, right? Balancing the stuff out. So I'm taking a little drink there. I need some water. We have, it looks like it says Lex, maybe like Alex, L-E-X, or just Lex, I don't know. It also looks like it says Jog, J-O-G. And we have that crab energy again. So I think we're moving into the more active aspects of this. We have a key. We have a person speaking, singing, music, possibly a horn. Here's the head, body sitting. body of water. So, to me, we have this kind of like music is the release. Music is, and we have, look at this, the snake and the egg. Music is the thing, and it doesn't have to be technically like music. It could be any kind of arts, really. I feel like it's an utterance, probably. Some kind of making sound of some kind. But I feel like it's like if you're not in that creative place, you feel so out of whack. If you're not making something, if you're not processing out some of that stuff that you're integrating, then you're getting blocked, right? It's getting stuck in you, stagnant feeling. Now we have, I feel like there was some kind of like a argument about maybe breaking up and having animals, or like maybe somebody took one of your animals. I feel a lot of heartache around this. It seems to be coming up really like into the front. I don't know if it's an anniversary or if maybe this is something that's happening right now, but it feels like you're going through something, or you've been through something that it felt like a really big loss. And of course, it's like that's your family. Now we have that crab energy. I feel like the thing for you, the real key to everything, and we have that key, is that you don't waste anything. And if you do, you feel a lot of tension, like you're in a knot within yourself. And I think it really bothers you. You like things to be done right and to completion. So to me, that crab is really, it's about knowing that if you have like all this stuff building up in you, you have to do something with it. Make something. Start a project. Start learning about something. Research. Learn a new skill. Whatever like get to work, basically. Get to work. Stop thinking about it. Get to work. Okay? Not always like our favorite thing to hear, but I do feel like it's important to know when we do need to kind of stop going in these thought loops and getting ourselves like kind of stuck, in the ruminating, the anxiety, feeling like, I like to call it, I don't like to call it, but I do call it getting body locked. Right? Like if I have a lot of energy and I know like, oh man, I can get this and this and this done. But then I have something where I have to sit down and I have to wait, or I had some little work to do and I got it done, but I'm just sitting there and I know I need to get going, and I keep, scrolling or whatever I'm doing. And next thing I know, it feels impossible to get up. It feels impossible to get going. Right? And so I feel like this is kind of your little like tap on the shoulder, like get going, you got this, get it moving. Okay, so we also have a visit with a good friend. We have the Ace of Cups right here. We have the symbol of the friend here, which is the dog. We have a heart. I do see traveling. There seems to be maybe you're meeting in like a place in the middle. You got an Airbnb or something like this, or maybe they're coming to stay with you. I don't feel like you are traveling. It seems like you're going to be home. I think this is an important meeting. I think you really want this. You really need this. You need to be reminded of who you are with the people that like you love, that you trust. We also have the sun right here. Okay. So to me, it's like, I feel like you sometimes get really down in this like kind of, I'm not going to say it's like dark thinking, but it's, I'm feeling maybe a little hypercritical of self, not feeling very confident, like being like the person that you spend a year making something, creating a piece of art or whatever, and you get to the end and it not, it's wonderful, it's beautiful, it's great, but you just can't accept it and you destroy it, right? Not out of any kind of productive, ultimately everything can be productive, but you're not doing it for productive reasons, right? Like you mastered the thing, you did this thing, and now you destroy it so that it doesn't, you don't have an attachment, basically. But this is more like out of frustration, out of like being self-critical, right? So I think that like in this time, there's a sense of grabbing yourself before you get all the way there. Doing the slowing down, the breathing, the self-talk, letting things maybe, in contrast to the world, letting things be a little more slow-paced for yourself. Letting that nervous system even out, right? And getting into the work, doing things that you can get into a flow state, doing things that, sometimes you can just like kind of dissociate, be checked out a little bit. Our first lucky number is 77. 77. Oh, my goodness. 34. 73. All right. Well, Libra, I love you. Thank you for being here with me. It's always such a great pleasure, a wonderful, wonderful honor. If you want to like, subscribe, or leave a comment, I'd love to hear from you. Other than that, I want to say again, I love you. Take care of yourself. We'll talk soon, and